ET English, the unique English language learning feature of the Education Times. This recording is brought to you by Achini Abegunwardana and her team at London Academy of Speech. The Education Times comes to you every week with the Sunday Times, a leading publication of Vijaya Newspapers Limited. ET English introduces a unique way of learning English through stories. It has a short prose passage taken from a novel, a picture story, both of which are being published in episodes every week. All the lessons and activities that are given in the feature are from these two stories. Many English scholars accept that when you learn a language through stories, you remember them better. Further, the picture story will complement this by adding the visual component as well, where it will help the readers create vivid images in their minds, helping them to remember those dialogues and words through those incidents. The first episode of ET English appeared in the Education Times section on the 13th of September 2015. Now, we are going to bring the audio version of this feature where you can listen to the stories and lessons. First, the picture story, secondly, the novel, and finally, the lessons. To get the best out of this feature, we suggest that you get a copy of the Education Times and also a dictionary. It will also help if you have read the feature once or twice on your own. At the same time, try to get the correct pronunciation by listening to the audio attentively and repeatedly and trying to read it after every dialogue, emulating the voices that you hear. You will now listen to the ET English lesson number 65 that appeared in the Education Times section of the Sunday Times on the 11th of December 2016. This page will be uploaded to the ET English website on the 19th of December 2016. We begin with Aijanas, written by Ranjit Gunaratna and illustrated by Anton B. Pereira. Episode 55. Hans is telling Sahas about the phone call from Nuani.
She thinks that you have an affair with Nimali and that I am hiding it from her. She's imagining things, you know.
In her place, anybody would think the same thing.
Yeah, that's true. However, you know that there is nothing but friendship between us.
I know, but friendship can very easily turn into love, my friend. And Nimali is a good girl.
Yes, one of the best. Well, let's leave it at that.
Okay, at least for the time being.
I have to go to the factory now. Talk to you later.
Nimali is recording her violin recitals.
She looks very nervous.
Yes, but she's playing very well. After the recording.
The recording came out very well.
So when can we start uploading?
I may need a day or two for the post-processing.
Well, let me know when you're ready.
And aren't you forgetting something important, Hans?
What do you mean?
Let's now listen to The Scarecrow, based on a story by Asghar Hussain. Episode 15. The Scarecrow was quite annoyed. He could hear the young ones screech as they got closer. Suddenly, the eagle released its talons and dropped the Scarecrow. He fell on a large rock near the nest. Then the great bird landed and came towards him. He felt a little frightened, for its eyes now seemed to be ablaze. "How can you treat me like this?" asked the Scarecrow. "Did I not betray the birds so that you could have a great feast?" "That's true," said the eagle, "but you are just a useless scarecrow. In fact, I know only one thing you're good for." The eagle attacked him fiercely. It ripped and tore him apart with its powerful beak. Then it used the straw in its body to make the nest more comfortable for its young ones. The end. Let's now look at the lessons for this week. Activity 1. Read the text and answer the questions given below. 1. What would the scarecrow hear as they got closer? 2. How did the eagle drop the scarecrow? 3. Where did the scarecrow fall? 4. Why did the scarecrow feel a little frightened? 5. What did the scarecrow ask the eagle?
Activity 2. Read the text carefully and write to whom the underlined words in the text refer to. 1. He. 2. They. 3. It's. 4. Him. 5. It's. 6. You. 7. I. 8. You. 9. It. 10. His.
Activity 3. Write the indirect speech of the following sentences. 1. The scarecrow asked, "How can you treat me like this?" 2. The scarecrow asked, "Did I not betray the birds so that you could have a great feast?" 3. The eagle said, "That is true." 4. The eagle said, "But you are just a useless scarecrow." 5. The eagle said, "I know only one thing you are good for."
Activity 4. Read the picture story and match the questions in column A with the responses in column B. Column A. Questions. 1. What does Nuvani think of Sahas? 2. What does Hans say about friendship? 3. How did the recording come out? 4. How long does Viraj need for post-processing of the recording? 5. What does Hans tell Viraj about it? Column B. Responses. A. It came out very well. B. To let him know when it is ready for uploading. C. He may need about 2 days. D. She thinks Sahas has an affair with Nimali. E. He says that friendship can very easily turn into love.
Let's look at the word bank for this week. Most of the meanings given are relevant to the context of the stories. 1. Affair. A relationship, generally romantic. 2. Imagine. Form a mental image. 3. Nervous. Anxious or afraid of something. 4. Process. A series of actions or steps taken in order to achieve a particular end. 5. Annoyed. Slightly angry, irritated. 6. Screech. Of a person or animal. Give a loud, harsh, piercing cry. 7. Towards. In the direction of. 8. Frightened. Afraid or feeling fear. 9. Ablaze. Burning fiercely. 10. Treat. Behave towards or deal with in a certain way. 11. Feast. A large meal, typically a celebratory one. 12. Fiercely. In a savagely violent or aggressive manner. 13. Rip. Of clothes or fabric, etc. Tear apart. 14. Tow. The past tense of tear. 15. Straw. Dried stalks of grain. The answers for last week's lessons. Activity 1. 1D, 2A, 3E, 4B, 5C. Activity 2. The scarecrow told the eagle that it was all so beautiful. 2. He told the eagle that it was more beautiful than he ever imagined. 3. The great bird said that it was going to take the scarecrow to the finest place of all. 4. The eagle said that it was his place. 5. The eagle said that it wanted the scarecrow to meet its young ones. Activity 3. 1. The eagle. 2. The scarecrow. 3. The scarecrow. 4. The eagle. 5. The eagle. Activity 4. She has noticed a glint in Sahas's eyes when he hears Nimali's name. 2. Sahas tells her that he hardly ever speaks to Nimali even when they hang out with their friends. 3. Because they talk about important things with her. 4. He will start running around the place. 5. He says not to worry about the recordings as he has everything under control. Dear listeners, thank you very much for taking the time to listen to our recording brought to you by the London Academy of Speech. You are welcome to give us your feedback and suggestions on the telephone numbers and the email address given in the ET English feature in the Education Times section. This recording has been voiced by Achini together with Channa and Naushika. We shall meet you again with the ET English lesson number 66. Until then, goodbye and happy learning.